Welcome back. The Breast Cancer Network of Western New York is a local independent nonprofit dedicated to fighting against breast cancer in Buffalo. Here with us now to talk about it is Michelle, Rob, and Dr. Tanya. Thanks for coming in today.
Thanks for having
us.
us.
Good
to
be
having
here.
us.
Of course. Let's start off by talking about the BCN and its long history. You've been around since 1988.
We have a group of breast cancer survivors got together back then in 1988, kind of informally, and started the organization. And 1994, we became incorporated and got the IRS documentation for nonprofit, and
Nice.
And we've grown from there. And we've recently relocated from the suburbs to the United Way building on Delaware Avenue. So our goal for that was to be closer to the community and be able to provide better access to everybody.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at now.
Beautiful. Alrighty. Let's talk about the Sisters in Survival program. I know both of you are participants, right?
Yes.
Yes.
As survivors. Tell us about what this program is and what it means to be a part of it.
So this program is a support group, and it's primarily geared towards women of color, as a lot of women of color are hesitant to go and get help or to have, to go to a support group. And for me, it took me about 10 years or so, or 11 years before I decided I needed a support group. I never really knew or thought I needed a support group until I went, and it has been such a wonderful experience, which Dr. Tanya will tell you about a little later.
Yeah. Tell us about your experience, Dr. Tanya.
So I was diagnosed in 12/29 of 2023 with ductal carcinoma in situ between the stages of 0 and 1. And February 2nd of 2024, I had a lumpectomy. I did not have to do chemo, but I did have to do like 6 weeks of radiation. And so Michelle and I have a mutual friend, and she connected us. And I didn't know that I needed that support from women that look like me, from women that can understand what I was experiencing, even with all of this support with my husband and my family, right? They just didn't know.
Yeah.
And so it's the, all of the things that happen after you go through the treatment.
Correct.
All of the feelings of, okay, when I go back from my mammogram, I encourage all women, mammograms, ultrasounds, breast ultrasounds. If it was not for the breast ultrasound, they would not have found the cancer. And I shudder to think what that would have been like for me. So connecting with Sisters in Survival, it's a space for us to be heard. It's a space for us to be seen. It's a space for us to be valued. And then we get to spread awareness about breast cancer. Early detection is key. We know that there are numerous health disparities when it comes to women of color in terms of dealing with medical providers and insurance companies, and transportation is a barrier. And so I know that at BCN, we've connected with an Uber. Rob has set up this program with Uber where we can actually help assist women to getting to screenings, to have mammograms, whatever is needed in terms of early detection and prevention. Early detection really does save lives.
Amazing.
I'd just like to mention when we meet. So we do meet the second Monday of every month at 5 p.m. at Spot Coffee on Hurdle Avenue. And then we meet the fourth Saturday, which is actually tomorrow, at 10 a.m. at Durham Memorial AME Zion Church at 200 East Eagle Street. We meet in the building right next door. And I welcome any woman that has been impacted of color to please join us. We'll have coffee and donuts for you. And we're like a sisterhood.
No, that is really, really important. I'm glad you said that because I'm sure you had a lot of support from family and friends.
Yes.
But having support from people that look like you, that have been in your shoes, is paramount to dealing with everything that comes throughout it and after. Now, I do know that you have a 5K coming up.
We do.
Please tell us about that.
We're really excited about that. It's our inaugural. We're calling it Hope for Tomorrow, which is part of our tagline, Help for Today, Hope for Tomorrow. So it's the Hope for Tomorrow 5K. It's June 6th. It's at Como Lake Park in Lancaster. And we're just trying to gather up as many people to support our cause. We want to have a bunch of survivors there. It's a certified 5K, so people can get a time. It's for the runners, but there'll be people walking, and it's just going to be a celebration of survivorship.
Where can people register, and when and where is this happening?
So our website has pretty much all of our information. It's bcnwny.org. And the race link is on there. And all of our other information's on there, a calendar of all of our activities and everything we do, including the Sisters and Survivors.
Nice. Well, obviously, this is a nonprofit, and your goal is to, help promote and bring awareness to cancer, making sure people get the necessary medical help, and make sure they have access to go get that help, which costs money and it takes a village. So, how can our viewers support your mission?
Well, we certainly welcome donations. It's how we really depend on the generosity of the community to fund our program. So we corporations, individuals, we have a variety of ways people can donate to our cause.
Did you think joining this Sisters and Survival Support Group really made a shift in how you had a perspective? And it sounds like both of you joined after you finished your treatments.
Yes.
Did it change your perspective?
It absolutely did. Listening to the stories of other women helped me so much, because before joining, I used to feel like I was kind of alone, and I had a lot of support, as did Dr. Tanya, but I felt like no one could really understand how I was feeling. And when the treatments were over, or when they're over, those feelings don't go away. They're still there. And so it has made such a huge shift and difference. And honestly, it was the best thing that I could have ever done.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for coming in and sharing more about this incredible organization. Viewers, if you'd like more information on any of their programs or events, or just want to learn more about their mission, you can visit bcnwny.org. Thanks again for coming in.
Thank you so
Thanks
much.
for having
you.
us.